are my tasting notes for Tamarikuja. I've got this guy right here that's going to tell us on my computer how we say that.
Tamarikuja.
Tamarikuja. And this tea was given to me by Todd Holland as a sample. And I love how large this sample is. And I was a bit excited because this was a green tea I had not tasted yet. And so I love experiencing new things and learning new things. They are out of Illinois, near Chicago. And they've also gave me 2 samples, so they were quite generous with their samples. And this one I've already tasted, but I'm excited to try their brand to see if I can tell any difference. I already know I like this green tea. But this one is the one we're tasting today. And you can see how lovely it is, how green it is. You can see there's a few sticks in there. And I think that's natural from what I've heard on some videos I watched about this tea. So here's the color of the tea. It's a green, kind of a yellowish green. And I steeped it in here, and I went ahead and poured it in here to with my infuser basket, just for a double, making sure it's clean. But I went ahead and pulled out some of the leaves so you could see them. You can see I pulled out here on the edge one of the little stems, not too many. It's really kind of like a mushy, wet grass when I pull it out. It's really kind of interesting how it feels when I pull it out. So here are my tasting notes. And for those that are watching these for the first time, I do have these graphics on my website for free. So this is how the package spells it. But it's also known as Tamarikuja, or however that is said, all one word. And it's also commonly known as guricha. So this Tamarikuja means coiled green tea. So if you we'll go back and look. These are supposed to be very like comma shaped. And I don't know if I see that a whole lot. Maybe a little bit in some of them, if you look closely. So back to the notes. Tama means, or tame means ball or jewel, but it's used for coiled or rolled here. And guricha means curled tea. So guri is the name of a classic Japanese decorative pattern of a curly appearance. So both names refer to a comma-shaped coiled leaf. So there's today's date, and this is a green tea. I looked this up on the website. It said this tea was from Kagoshima, Japan. It's produced in this area, however you say that, of southwesternmost of Japan's main islands, which has a mostly subtropical climate. It's known for its active volcanoes, beaches, and natural hot springs. So there's Japan. You see how it's a string of islands. And down here, that last island is this area. And where the red dot is Kogashima. So it's all the way down there. And I quite enjoyed looking that up on the map. So I read online about this, and there are two types of Tamarikuja, both with that kama shape. One is a Kamaricha, which is pan-fried, and the other one is a Guricha, which is steamed. And by the name of this tea, the name of the tea, with the parentheses, by the name of it being the category, I'm not sure whether it's one or two. Whether it's pan-fried or steamed. I thought I might try to figure it out when I tasted it, and I could not. So I just it says the pan-fried version is more of an aroma of cooked vegetables. Don't know. And there's a note about the stems that we saw. The guricha is steamed and fashioned into kama-shaped leaves by omitting the final kneading process of sencha. So this is the same tea as sencha, only they leave out the very last process, and that's why it's kama-shaped. That's kind of cool. So the sencha is more needle-like. And this tea is for those who like sencha's taste but may think it's a bit strong, which is me. I did have a little problem with that. And so this is a milder version of sencha. And there is the green on the tea spectrum. The aroma flavor truly does have a milder grassy aroma like sencha. It smells just like sencha, only it is much milder. I thought that was so cool that I could pick up on that. So it's in the vegetal category of the aroma flavor. A body I have as medium, and so that medium-bodied mouth feeling is what they call umami. Astringency as smooth and low. And the taste I have as light spring grass, that umami flavoring that I pick up in the body. It's certainly a milder version of sencha. I definitely get that. And here's what umami means. The Japanese have identified 5 flavors: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. And umami is a savory flavor, similar to how we think about meats. And the finish is juicy and mouth-watering. Now this is the same as the sencha. I went back and peeked at my notes afterwards. It was kind of fun to go back and compare. I both have the stringency as the same, but and I have both of them as juicy and mouth-watering. And it's fun after you swallow to wait to recognize that juicy and mouth-watering. That to expect it and to pay attention to it and then feel it is kind of cool. So I've rated this one as 4 hearts. Now I had rated sencha as 3 hearts. So this one, I would buy this one again over sencha, because sencha is so sensitive to oversteeping, and it gets that bitter taste. You have to be very careful with sencha. And this one is a little bit more forgiving. Yeah, I would definitely buy this again before I would buy sencha. Again, it's not something I absolutely love that I have to have on hand all the time, but yeah, to have the experience again, I would definitely do this one again. So I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are on this tea.